Hey guys, today we're going to do an unboxing and probably an install of a tankless hot water system. Currently we're using an Atwood tankless hot water system and it's failing. So we've bought a new Fugatti and we're going to try and install that. And well, I guess we're not going to try, we are going to install that. And hopefully that fixes all of our hot water issues. Here we go, let's see what we got. Side panel. Oh, I guess I ordered a Furrion. Sorry, not Bugatti. Furrion. A nice control pad comes with them. Well, this is one of the reasons we picked the Furrion system, was the nice control pad that it came with. There we go, there's the new system, new tank or tankless water system. Have some instructions. Have the actual unit. Hey guys, okay, well, we're going to start to unbuckle and unbolt this hot water tank. So we have hot water out, we need to unbolt. We have cold water in, which is over there, need to unbolt. We have gas in, which we need to unbolt, and I've already taken out the positive and negative. And then once we get that out, this box will slide to the other bay, slide in or out, whichever way you want to call it. And that's what we're about to do. Okay, so we're in the rear bay here where I did mount the hot water, tankless hot water. This was the exhaust that went through the floor into my exhaust. So I exhausted the tank underneath the bus. I got that idea from one of the bus builders on YouTube. So YouTube does help. It does give us quite a bit of ideas. So we are going to take the bolts off that are around the perimeter of the unit, and then it's going to just slide out. So bear with the noise. Okay, so the only thing left to do now is just pull the unit out of where it's mounted. And there we are, there's the old one, very easy. Now we're left with a hole and a place to put a new hot water, tankless hot water system. So the question has been asked, why are we changing the system? So this is an old system. This is a brand new Furrion system. The quick answer is we're having trouble with the Atwood tankless water system. We're having trouble with the mixing valves. It started about a month or 2 months ago, where all of a sudden we would have a cold shower, the hot water would just quit. I have taken all of this apart. Anything inside that I could take apart, I took apart to make sure that there was no calcium or lime buildup. Put all sorts of cleaner through the system. Adjusted everything I could adjust, and it's still acting the same. So my theory now is it's either this piece here. I'm not 100% sure what this does, but I know that if I don't have it plugged in, it runs constantly. So it has something to do with the fan of the unit. The other issue I'm thinking we have is maybe a circuit board problem, which is up here. And just, I mean, this is such an old, archaic system compared to this system. This is a nicer, newer system. The other reason we updated to this was to get a nice rounded control panel on the inside of the bus. So now we can adjust the temperature. For an example, if we want to have a 100-degree shower and we just turn our mixing valve to hot all the way, then we can have a 100-degree shower. That's just the way this system works. The old system doesn't work that way. The heating valve is here, and all that does is just control the flame and basically slows your water through your heating element. So it's not a great system. This system has been giving us some trouble, so we finally bit the bullet and said, okay, we're going to do away with the Atwood, and we're going to go to this one. The other thing about the Atwood is I bought this used from a person in a camper. So a person in a camper had this Atwood. It wasn't working for them. They had a great deal on Facebook. I bought it. I was trying to build the bus, you know, as inexpensive as I could. And I thought this would be a good way to go. It's proven that it isn't. It's proven that maybe we made a mistake with going used on a hot water system. So my recommendation is not to go used on a hot water system. If you can go brand new, I would go brand new. You're not going to get any issues. This thing was manufactured in 2015, so it's what, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. This one obviously is brand new. So obviously these things should last more than 8 years, but since we're having trouble with it, I thought, you know what, we're going to give a new one a go. So follow along and we'll install this new one and we'll show you how we do it. Okay guys, here's the new one. It's put into the hole. Fits well. We have to brace the back side of it, but then there's this front panel that goes on in order to hold it where you want it to go. And then this screws to your wall, in my case to my wall. And then from there the door goes on, and that's all there is to it. Hey guys, here we are setting this up. Here's the hot water out like I talked about. Down here is the hot water in. Trying to remember to use Teflon tape or a pipe dope or something to that effect. And here is the propane in. So we have that all hooked up. Go to the other bay. We have the front on. We still have to make an exhaust that goes from here down into the bottom or underneath the bus so we don't get any CO2 poisoning. But this is basically what it looks like. Hey guys, so here's where we're at. We're at the controller stage here. We're just mounting the controller into the wall. I've ran the wires down. They're polarity free wires, which means there's no positive or minus on it. So I've taken just some extension wire. I'm going to go my blues here, which are then going to end up on the blue wire out of the water heater. And we used a little Milwaukee tool here to open the wall up. And then what happens is this here goes onto the wall. We already made a mark. This is probably why I'm not a YouTube sensation, because I get busy actually working and doing the job and I forget to start recording it. So half of the job is started and I haven't documented any of it. So we're documenting it now. And we're gonna try this out. So that goes in there. Whatever's level, if you're 100% sure that your bus is level, then go ahead and put a level on it if you want. And if you're not 100% sure your bus is level, then you can try and do it by eye, line it up with the counters, something to that effect. Our bus is very close to being level, but it's not perfect. And the wires just go in. This is kind of like a half turn, quarter turn kind of a situation. And here we go. There's our controller mounted. Looks awesome. I'll show you downstairs what we're going to do with the two blue wires that we just saw. So here's that black twisted wire that comes from upstairs. Here's the water heater. So we just need to go to the next bay. It's going to find a nice location to bring that through, probably where that pipe is, and hook it up to the water system. Okay, so we are running. Got hot air coming out of there. Here's the two blue wires that I told you about that goes up to the black, upstairs to the controller. Black positive and negative for now, hooked up to our battery. And we'll go upstairs and show you what it looks like it's working. So we've got hot water. Here is the controller. As you can see, the flame light is on. So it's just the camera rate speed, I think, that's making it do this. But other than that, nothing's flashing at all on my end. You can see that it's on Fahrenheit. Power's on. Once I shut the hot water off, you'll see the flame goes out. And that's the end of it. So great install. It's pretty, looks beautiful. And we'll go from there. We'll give you maybe a 6-month review a little later on.